Boa Duvet, guitar tabs, guitar lesson. Okay, so this would just be a standard tuning here, E, A, D, G, B, E. And basically we just kind of have like a intro slash verse progression and a chorus progression. A little bit of a bridge thing, nothing too crazy. But this initial intro and verse part, we just start with the G chord. And with this, it's just a real loose shuffling strum. So like a strum, couple more spread out, couple together, just a loose shuffling vibe here. Just something like that type of feel. Alright, and now we're going to switch to a B minor shape here. So we'll have the 2A, 4 on the D and G, and the 3B. And we'll want to keep an open high E, so basically just don't bar it. Just kind of leave it up so you can have that high E open there. And this kind of is like an add 11 thing going on with the B minor. And kind of what we want to do here is maybe like hit the bass note of it. But then we want to pick through that open high E, like the 3B, 4G, 3B, just picking between those. Just pick through them like, you know, arbitrarily, just kind of get that vibe to it. Right. And maybe like just an open high E, 3B, 4G, 3B. Just real loose with it. But that's kind of like the alternating thing that happens between these two chords, which the next one is a E minor. So just a basic deal here, open E, 2 on the A and D, open G, B, E. And this is that same shuffling kind of feel as the G chord. And then we do our alternating chord, the B minor with the add 11 there. And it's the same type of like picking, strum, all that good stuff. Just picking through it, having fun. And essentially we just repeat that through the intro and the verse sections. For the chorus, we kind of have these like dynamic hits to it. It'll start with the E minor, and it's just kind of like a 1, 2. Go to our B minor chord, and this is just more of a strum. It's just 1, 2. They're a little closer together, and then to the G. And you know, as we go through the first time through this, we just do a nice shuffle with the G, something like that. And the first chorus, it'll just go through it once like that. Go through it again with the E minor, B, but when it hits that G the second time through, it just hits it once and lets it ring to get back into the next verse. But in the following choruses, we kind of go through it a handful of times before we get to that final run and just hit the G once. Alright, into this, I guess you would say a guitar solo. It's more like some finger picking soloing, I guess, so I definitely lose the pick at this point for this part. And this initial spot here, I like to do it with this shape where we have the pinky on the 5E, and this is all G, B, and E string. It's pinky 5E, 3 on the B, 4 on the G. And I like to do it like this because this next spot we go, I like to have the index ready to go just behind it. I think it helps. So like I said, we got the 5, 3, 4, and we're just picking. The kind of picking you want to get used to is like the E, B, G, kind of that banjo roll feel. Alright, and we're just picking through that 5, 3, 4 5 times. And like I said, we're going to zoom up now. We take that shape and we'll have a 10 on the high E, 8B, 9G. Pick through that once. And now we make use of kind of like this setup we have, because we're going to take our pinky, drop it down to the 9. So we'll have the 9, 8, 9. B and G stay the same. And now we lift that 9 up and we'll have a 7 loaded, ready to go with our pointer finger there on the high E. Keep the same 8 and 9 on the B and G. Back to the 9 and do that a couple times with the 9, 8, 9. Alright, now we're going to come up higher with a slightly different shape. We do 12G, 10B, 12E, right? And we're just picking up through it just the same. Go through it once. Slide it up to 14, 12, 14. Back to our previous shape, the 10, 8, 9. And there's kind of a little hitch here where we do a 9 high E, then go right to a 9 G. Back to the 10 on the high E. Alright, and then we go back to the 9, 8, 9. 10, 8, 9. 9, 8, 9. And then come over here, and we're just going to lift the 7 on the E to open E to the octave at the 5B. Just kind of pull it off and then to the 5 for the octave. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.